Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy, what's it though? And we back talking sports. So, shout out to my brother Too Raw. Shout out to Stephen A for making that list because what this is healthy conversation. What's good? What's good? Shout out my brother Too Raw. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal channel. Go subscribe to my brother Too Raw. But I disagree with you, brother. I disagree with you. And I think you kind of disrespecting Chris Paul a little bit, man. Now, am I here to tell you what to think, who is better or whatever? No. But I think this championship, which Oscar Robertson got with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, if Chris Paul had played with a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's to say if he could have won? If he would have been able to play with a Kobe, who's to say if he couldn't have got a championship? But I'm talking about as a point guard. I have Chris Paul over Oscar Robertson as a point guard. All time, probably not, but as a point guard, I do. So I pulled up everything and we're just gonna run down. Now, if you have Oscar Robertson over Chris Paul, I'm not here to argue that. But the dismissing of Chris Paul's career and how he can't be close to Oscar Robertson. And you clowns that be in the comment section that be watching me and then come on here, you think Steph Curry is a top 10 player? It's a lot of people. Shaq thinks he's a top 10 player. Chris Broussard thinks he's a top 10 player. And I believe said he was a top 10 player. Kyrie, I believe, said he was a top 10 player before. Among a lot of other people. So you mad at me? You gonna tell them NBA players that think he's top 10 that they don't know basketball? No, you're not. And it's good to know that you watch me, little brother. Yeah, you. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. NBA championships, of course, Oscar Robertson 1 to Chris Paul 0. NBA seasons 20 to 14, Oscar Robertson 14. Playoffs played, of course, 15 to 10. All-Star games 12 to 12. Of course, Oscar Robertson won the MVP. Chris Paul did not. All NBA first team goes to Oscar Robertson. All NBA teams in total is tied. All defensive teams, Chris Paul 7, Oscar Robertson nothing, none. All defensive teams as a whole, Chris Paul 9, Oscar Robertson 0. So Chris Paul was a more balanced point guard that would not get beat on the defensive end. I'm not saying Oscar Robertson wasn't, but I'm saying Chris Paul was far better on defense. Assist leader, Chris Paul 5, Oscar Robertson 6. Steals leader, Chris Paul 6, Oscar Robertson 0. Rookie, both won Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul has the edge in blocks, steals, Oscar Robertson in points, and rebounds. The assist is like dead even. Oscar Robertson by 0.3, but the assist is a wash. Scoring, Oscar Robertson was a better scorer. Of course, rebounding, Oscar Robertson was what 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", 6'5", 1 and 2. Chris Paul has way more assists, but he did play 20 years now. But even at probably 14, 15 years, he had more. You can't come in here begging him to be a moderator, bro. You got to earn that. Total steals, 2,717. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? Blocks. That Oscar Robertson played before blocks was even, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta tap in with me, bro. Come back to the channel, a couple of streams. Man, I'll give you a moderator. Just tap in with me. Everybody know what's up. Well, he only played 300 more games than him, but that is a lot. But yeah, I think it's closer than people try to make it seem as being a point guard. I think that Chris Paul is a better point guard and a more balanced point guard. Yeah. That's another thing. See, Chris Paul played in the lowest scoring. He played in the 2000s, which was one of the toughest defensive eras with less possessions. As a point guard, I agree. As a player, hell no, rap god. But if we talking as a pure point guard, okay, I agree. There's not too many better than Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Teams averaged 97 points a game in the 2000s. Come on now. Come on now, bro. And that's okay. But I'm just making this because people is acting like it's just so disrespectful to have Chris Paul over Oscar Robertson as a point guard. If we talking about an overall player, Oscar Robertson wasn't as great as Chris Paul was on the defensive end. And I think it's closer as a point guard, as a playmaker. I think it's close as the playmaker. Bro, we're not talking about all time, Buki. We're talking about as a point guard. And Oscar Robertson played with Kareem Abdul, a top 2-3 player all time. We talking about straight up and down point guard. We're not talking about all time. We talking about point guard. Chris Paul is a better two-way player than Oscar Robertson. He has 9 all-defensive teams. Oscar Robertson has none. Oscar Robertson is the better scorer, the better rebounder. I don't know about better shooter. I don't know about that. We have to go look at averages. But more balanced two-way player is Chris Paul. Chris Paul was elite. In his prime, Chris Paul was elite playmaker, scorer, and defender. But even if you're looking at their stats, Chris Paul averages more blocks and steals than Oscar Robertson. Even if they did have them, I watched Oscar Robertson full games. I watched Chris Paul full games. Chris Paul is a better defender than Oscar Robertson. Even without, you can wipe the all defensive teams away. Oscar Robertson is a better scorer. But I believe as a point guard, Chris Paul is a better point guard. Wipe all the stuff away because they didn't have blocks and steals. You know what I'm saying? He played before that type of era. I'm talking about the tape that I have watched. Of course, I've watched Chris Paul damn near all my life. But I'm not just coming on here. Last 2 days, 3 days, I done watched a lot of film on Oscar Robertson. I'm lying, but I don't care. He was a total liability because he was bigger than Chris Paul. But he wasn't as elite on he didn't have to go as against the competition at point guard that Chris Paul did. Chris Paul had to go against a lot of elite point guards. It is not to diminish Oscar Robertson. If you have Oscar Robertson over Chris Paul, cool. I'm not here to even argue with that. That's not a debate, my boy. As a pure point guard, Russ is not better than Chris Paul on no level. Playmaking, decision making, assist to turnover ratio is not even close. And we talking about as a point guard. He don't have a better assist to turnover ratio. He's not a better passer than Chris Paul, in my opinion, from watching both of them. He's a better scorer. Like I said, I give him that. I think Chris Paul is a better defender. Salute. Like I said, Kareem is better than anybody that Chris Paul has played with. Salute. DFJ in the building. What's going on? CP3 not the better mid-range shooter. Curry shoots like 52% from the mid-range. Chris Paul not a better player than, if you trying to say Chris Paul is a better player than Curry, you got to get the fuck out of here with that. If that's what you're trying to say, you out of here with that. I'm sorry. You out of here with that. Now, point guard, I'm with you. Okay, I'm with you. As a point guard, I'm with you, Gideon. Straight to the point. What's popping, everybody? DFJ, you silly as hell. I ain't mad at you, though. I ain't even mad at you. But this ain't to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, this is what I believe. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You could disagree with me or whatever, but I know basketball. That's for a fact. I know a lot about basketball. But like I said, it's all healthy NBA talk. Like, share, subscribe, hit the join button. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. It's always right, Gideon. It's all healthy discussion. That's facts, Buki. I'm about to pin that. Y'all don't give Steph enough respect for his passing, bro. Like, he is more than just a scorer, bro. Like, you can go on YouTube and watch tons of compilations of amazing Steph Curry passes. Like, amazing Steph Curry passes. Before Steve Kerr came, he did average 8 assists. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't pass the ball. I hate when people act like Curry just can't pass the ball at all. Like, he just not good. Like, he ain't got to be fucking Magic Johnson, but stop. My nigga got dimes, bro. He got you can go on YouTube and type in Steph Curry best passes. You would get like an 8-9 minute, you know what I'm saying, montage of him passing the ball. You know what I'm saying? Setting his players up, like making crazy ass passes. Like, exactly. They just, you know what I'm saying? So just give my man some respect on that end, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The scoring, we know what he do with the scoring, but give my man some respect, bro, on that. Yeah, Gideon, I just don't like that, bro. They act like he just scored. No, he don't, bro. And then for him to be off of the ball as much as he is, he do average like 6 assists for a career. It probably would have been higher if he kept playing how Mark Jackson was played, but Steve Kerr unlocked them, though. I ain't gonna lie. Steve Kerr unlocked the door. Like, Mark Jackson set us up. And Steve Kerr unlocked the door because when he put Steph Curry off of the ball a lot more, he really unlocked him as a scorer, bro. He really did, bro. Like, I'm not lying to you, bro. Like, that was crazy. I got Parker over CP3 too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't lying to you. Tony Parker was cold, nigga. Tony Parker was cold, nigga. You got a Finals MVP. Don't disrespect Tony, bro. Don't disrespect TP, bro. Don't do that. Don't disrespect TP. When has CP3 ever averaged 25 in the finals? When Tim Duncan was averaging 17 points versus the Cavs, and they swept them boys. Tim Duncan didn't win Finals MVP. He wasn't going crazy. They was actually doing a good job. Like, don't disrespect TP, bro. 4 championships, Finals MVP. Don't do that. Don't do that. You right, Will. I can't even lie to you. You right. You right. But I just don't want y'all to act like he can't pass the ball or run the offense. We see what they look like without him. I'm just saying, we see what they look like without him. That's all I gotta say. You feel me? Gideon ain't nothing to talk about. Finals MVP. Nah, if you talking about like strictly point guard, yeah. But if we talking like all time, nah, bro. TP was him. Like, I'm gonna be real. The postseason and the finals killed his whole shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit killed his whole shit. Chris Paul fucked up in the finals because they should have won that finals. I was rooting for him. I was rooting for Chris Paul in Phoenix. I wanted him to win so bad. But Giannis said, nope, not today. But what that nigga Giannis did in that closeout game was magnificent. 50 points in the closeout game in the finals will never be forgotten, bro. I became an even bigger Giannis fan than I was. I just like his mentality, how he go hard. I just wish he get his free throws in check and get a better jump shot, but he's still so dominant. It is what it is. Yeah, yikes. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that shit was crazy. I'm like, man, that nigga Giannis and Middleton and Drew and them was like, they wasn't having it, bro. No, he's not, bro. Chris Paul is not better than Tony Parker. Sorry. I keep trying to tell y'all, this finals MVP, that 07 finals and postseason kills this whole debate, bro. I don't even know what y'all talking about at this point. Is he a better point guard? Of course. That's it, bro. That's it. I'm sorry. I mean, what you want me to say? He ain't better than them. He's not better than them. I'm just being real. Yes. Sorry, KB. Yes. Like I said, Chris Paul had plenty of chances to be the best player on the championship team, get his team to the finals, and he ain't did it. I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. Like, I've watched CP for a long time. He's a better point guard than TP. I'm already giving you that. That's it. That's it. Tony Parker averaged 25 in the playoffs and was the best player on the floor with Tim Duncan and LeBron James on the floor. He was the best player and won Finals MVP. I don't want to hear nothing else about none of that. None of that, bro. Alex, you don't do that. Don't do that, Alex. Don't make me relive old times. Don't make me relive old times, Alex. No, I said I'm trying to tell them, Austin. My bad. I'm trying to tell them, Cottage. I don't know why I be wanting to say Austin, but they say autism. I'm sorry, bro. But I'm trying to tell them, Cottage, like that shit. What you like? I don't want you want me to say, bro. He not better than them. I say this, if he would have won versus Giannis, maybe I would have said something different. I probably would have said something different. You know what I'm saying? Probably be saying something different, bro. Bro, chill out, CC, bro. Chill out, dog. That shit hurt, bro. To this day, that shit hurt, bro. We will never get over that, bro. We had Carmelo and D Wade right here in our palms, and this nigga went and got Darko Milicic, bro. Darko Milicic, bro. Think about that, bro. Salute DBZ and shout out to you for subscribing to the Patreon, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot for subscribing to the Patreon and becoming a member, bro. I got a lot more content I'm gonna upload on there. Just you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to wait till the finals is done to really like go ham. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we could have got Melo or D Wade. D Wade is one of my favorite players of all time. Do you know how happy I would have been if we had D Wade in this bitch, bro? Like Melo, if we had Melo, like bro, that shit was weird, bro. The NBA did that shit, bro. They forced us to take that nigga, bro. I believe they forced us to take him. I believe that nigga Joe Dumars was cutting the jig, bro. Cause there's no way, bro. Melo even thought he was coming here, bro. Melo thought they cut a jig on that, bro. They was like, no, he not coming to Detroit. Like, he not coming to Detroit. Y'all draft somebody else. Okay, we gonna draft a nigga and gonna highlights. Darko Milicic. Who? I was like, bro, no, they didn't, bro. I was 11 years old. I'm like, bro, the biggest Pistons fan growing up ever. I'm like, who? Who is that, bro? I'm like, who the hell is that? And then we won the championship the next year. Niggas forgot. I'm like, bro, we still got this bum nigga on our team. He ain't even did nothing. Then the next year we go back to the finals and lose, which that finals we would have won if we had Melo. It wouldn't even been close. If we had Melo on that 2005 squad, it would not have been close, bro. Because by that time, Tayshaun would probably be coming off the bench. Because if y'all remember, Melo first year, he got robbed from Rookie of the Year. He averaged like 21 points. All his numbers was better than LeBron's. They gave LeBron that because they had to create their narrative because they already had him as a chosen one. Even though Carmelo was coming off of winning the championship as a freshman, and he was better than LeBron for 1 year. He was better than LeBron for 1 year, and at sometimes in the second year. But after a while, LeBron just became a more complete player. And, Melo wasn't that great on defense and everything. And then D-Wade kind of passed Melo up. You know what I'm saying? D-Wade had the best chance because he was better than LeBron for the first couple of years. In 06, wasn't nobody saying LeBron better than niggas. After D-Wade won that championship, niggas wasn't saying LeBron was better than D-Wade. Not that I remember besides the LeBron fans. Like, niggas was like, D-Wade better than Bron. Like, that nigga got a championship, and he won finals MVP. Like, Shaq wasn't good in that finals. Nah, I'm going to say this. They gave that nigga, boy, you talking about free throw merchant? Nigga, that nigga D-Wade, every time I looked up, that nigga was going to the free throw line. And that's why a lot of people say they rigged that finals. But as a Wade fan, I don't give a fuck. That nigga balled out. And Wade was a two-way player, which is what I loved. He stunted his growth when he went and got LeBron. Even though he won them championships, he stunted his growth while giving LeBron even letting LeBron spray his wings. I didn't like that. I don't care. I'm selfish. I wanted Wade to be better than Bron. But after he did that, it was over with. He ruined his chance. Like D-Wade had an opportunity, bro. In 06, nigga, D-Wade had the opportunity after he won that championship. And then 09, nigga, in 09, Wade was better than LeBron, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I watched 09 Wade. LeBron had a better team. Go look at that roster from LeBron when they went to face Orlando and they ran into prime Dwight. And go look at Miami Heat and his team. Go look at the 09 D-Wade highlights. Nigga was crazy. One of the most complete two-way players I've seen and great playmaking. One of the most complete players I have seen ever in my life, bro. One of the best seasons I've seen from a guard. Right, he was. I think it was close for a while, but after 2011, I said, no, D-Wade better than Bron. But 2012, that's when Bron separated himself. And then, and like I said, if D-Wade, okay, let's say D-Wade don't win another championship, but LeBron don't win a championship. And for the rest of their careers, and they just do what they do. We could be arguing right now who better, Wade or LeBron. But he linked up with him. And Steph did the same thing. But you know what the difference is with Steph? Steph won the championship after KD left. And Steph has beaten LeBron multiple times. You want to say with KD, he beat him without KD. He's beat him on his own. And if it wasn't for that injury, he would have. If it wasn't for that injury, the Warriors would have been in the finals. I promise you. I promise you. If Steph did not get injured, they was beating Minnesota, bro. I promise you they was beating Minnesota. But it's all good. See you boys next year. You feel me? Terrible, KB. Like, that shit was, like, crazy. Like, and he was, like, carrying them niggas. Like, really, real deal carrying them niggas, bro. If he had a co-star at that time, if he had a co-star that year, we probably would have seen Wade versus Bron in the conference finals. That's how good Wade was that year, bro. Yeah, Penny too. Penny was another one. If he would have been able to win with Shaq, that could have changed his whole career. Before Shaq left, if him and Shaq was able to win and shit like that, and he didn't get injured how he did, he definitely another one. Yeah, Al Jefferson, Jermaine O'Neal, either one of them, if they could have got either one of them, shit. Shit, if Chris Bosh had came over there, you feel me, and not LeBron, I still think they could have did something. Chris Bosh could have stepped into that, you know what I'm saying, that role. Not have to deal with all the drama and all that either. That's how good Wade was around that time, bro. You gonna keep crying because Wade just gonna tell the truth. He was mad that they got Pau Gasol because he knew Kobe was gonna dominate. Kobe didn't need much, just like Steph. Steph got one player and the whole world was like, oh my God, oh my God. Mad because the Warriors drafted really good and then got an Andre Iguodala. Like, you mad at us? Like, it's such a super team. Like, They try to discount him for that so much, but one guy who he beat the year before wanted to come and link up with him, even though one of his teammates was going crying, Draymond, and calling KD, and then convinced these niggas to go and see him. Like, but then boom, he leave. All right, you win another one afterwards. Now you still doubting him? And yeah, they so lucky he got hurt, bro. It would have been. I'm telling you, he would have went to the finals, and they would have beat Indiana. Swear to God, bro. Man, my Warriors would have beat them niggas. I'm telling you, bro. No, that's facts. Shit, they probably could have. If this nigga LeBron was just really really passive in that finals. I never seen somebody like that. It's like he didn't even want to be there. Fuck the points, fuck the stats and everything. I'm talking about what I saw. Like he looked like he didn't even want to be out there, just standing around, just letting JJ Barea, you know what I'm saying, guard you. Like, come on, LeBron. That ain't got nothing to do with physical. That's mental. LeBron is 6'8". LeBron can bowl this nigga. LeBron can get around this nigga if he want to every day, all day. That shit was mental. That's what turned me off from that. I'm like, nah, bro. I can't be a fan of somebody like this, bro. Like this is, bro. Now he got back in his bag and won championships and everything, but the shit was already done with me at that point. I've been a Kobe fan forever, so that shit ain't gonna never change. I was a Kobe and D Wade fan. You feel me? I watched the end of the Michael Jordan career and Kobe, D Wade, and Grant Hill. Those was the guys I really fucked with growing up. Oh, and I can't forget the answer. If you talking about those was the guys that made me love basketball. Kobe had to teach him how to win, bro. And people don't give Kobe enough credit for that. Like Paul Gasol was a really good player, but Kobe, bro, Nick Wright. I got so many videos on here really cooking his dumb ass. I might do one of those and you know what I'm saying, cook on him for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He too easy though. He only like he too easy. Like it's so easy to debunk all the shit that he be talking about. It's like these dudes on TV be too easy. Either way it go. But like, share, subscribe, hit that join button. I'ma holla at y'all, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm out, man. Peace.